In this video today, I'm going to be covering a very disturbing and distressing story as a woman and a 4-year-old boy have tragically lost their lives. And our thoughts, our prayers, our condolences are with their family, the community, the people of Ireland, and anyone else who may relate to this story. This is no accident. You hear about house fires, you hear about sometimes how a cooker can set fire on accident or a candle being dropped, etc. But this was no accident. This was a targeted murder in Offaly, Ireland, and we will be uncovering the truth on this. This is True Brit Media, the channel that speaks, exposes, and lives the truth will be heard. Make sure you're locked in for this story. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the latest news across the UK and the world. And of course, hit the like button for those thoughts and prayers and comment your thoughts on this story, because we need to uncover this one, because it's not as easy or as flowing as you may think. So without further ado, let's get into this one. And let's get into what has happened in Ireland. So, first and foremost, as I said at the start, our thoughts, our prayers are with these two people here. Mary Holt, age 60, and a young lad, and again, apologies if I butcher his name, called Tagher Farrell. And I probably have butchered that, and I do apologize. But it's about the faces. It's about the people. It's about the characters. It's about the lives that these people have had taken away from them. Two innocent people. And if you go to the headline, woman and boy killed in fire attack on Offaly home named as murder probe launched. This is no joke. This is a murder investigation because these two people have lost their lives. Let's read into it then. Gardaí have launched a murder investigation after a boy 4 and a woman in her 60s were killed in what has been described as a reckless, callous, and murderous attack on a family home. Again, you have to sit there and think, what on earth has that woman and child done to make someone go to those levels of setting a house on fire? Emergency service, including Offaly Fire and Rescue Service, the National Ambulance Service, and Gardaí responded to a fire in a house in Castleview Park in Edenderry shortly before 7:45 on Saturday. And again, as always says, anyone is from around this area, please let us know any news, updates, thoughts, feelings around this. The fire was put out and the remains of two people, a woman aged 60 and a 4-year-old boy, were discovered. And we saw their names earlier. A second woman, aged in her 50s, was taken from the scene and is receiving hospital treatment for serious injuries. So we had a survivor. And as I said, we've got a 6-year-old and you've got a 50-year-old in that house and a 4-year-old boy. Trying to piece together the pieces here, as I said, of why were they targeted. A Garda spokesperson has commenced a murder investigation into all the circumstances of a fatal house fire that occurred at a domestic residence in Castleview, Offaly, on the evening of Saturday, December the 6th, 2025. The house has been declared a crime scene and is currently subject to technical examination by the Garda. The office of the local coroner and the state pathologist have been notified. The remains of both deceased have been removed from the scene and post-mortems will be carried out connecting this afternoon. This murder investigation is being coordinated from an incident room at the Tullamore Garda station under the direction of a senior investigating officer, and a family liaison officer has been appointed to the families. The Garda believes that the house was attacked by a person or persons unknown at this time, and that the fire was deliberately started. This was a reckless, callous, and murderous attack on a family home. So once again, we've fallen short of finding the suspect, which always bothers me. Always annoys me. Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan said that he strongly condemns a deliberate, callous attack on a house in Edenderry, Offaly, which sadly resulted in the loss of 2 lives, including a young child. There is no place in a civilized society for such heinous violence. I join the Guardian and appeal to anyone with information to come forward. Local councillor also described the incident as a horrific tragedy. You can see right here the impact and devastation of the said fire, which is just unimaginable, being stuck in that house. A 4-year-old boy just being stuck there. You can see the tar, the smoke, the damage. Unimaginable. Yeah, and obviously the emergency service has been there. Meanwhile, independent Edenderry councillor Fergus MacDonald said he knew the family personally and passed on his deepest condolences to the friends, families, and the neighbours of the deceased. Everyone's saying, obviously, this is a horrible, tragic incident, and it's something that doesn't sit well with the area at all. Everyone is extremely shocked and disgusted. And you can see a community van is there for anyone who's got any information, a Garda community van. And yeah, everyone is absolutely shocked by this. And as I said, Garda in Offaly are appealing for any person with any information on this fatal incident to speak with an investigating Garda. Garda wants to speak with any person who is in the vicinity or adjoining roads between 7 and 8 p.m. It's such a wide scope. Basically, when I read these reports again, they've got no clue. They've got absolutely no clue. Now, again, it's hard to know the demographic in that area. It's hard to know what the population or populace is like. As you can see from the photos, 2 white people have been murdered. It's really hard to put the link together of the 6-year-old and the 4-year-old boy. We're not going to speculate at this time whether it's a grandparent, whether the 50-year-old was a mother. I don't know. But what we do know is that 2 lives have been lost. What we do know is that police have zero knowledge of the suspect. You know, as I'm recording this video, it's been 24 hours. They have no one in custody as we speak. The area in which the house doesn't seem as rural. It seems very rural, not urban. So lack of cameras potentially. But ultimately, we're falling short again as a society. I would hate to think why someone has a reason to do that. As I said at the start of the video, you have accidental fires. You have fires that are out of your control. But this one was a purposeful one. The word they used is callous, and that word sits very firmly with me. A callous, calculated incident. So, Island, what's happened? What are we dealing with here? What is that area like? And if anyone does know, then please do let us know in the comments. But as always, we are bringing news. This one, again, hasn't really hit the rounds in the mainstream media. This one hasn't really been sort of circulated, and that's why we're covering it here today. And of course, we want to bring you the latest news. So thank you to everyone who's watched all the way to the end. We are going to wrap this one up. Make sure you get in the comment section your thoughts on this one. Truly horrific. Don't like it at all. Take care, people. Keep your loved ones safe and be vigilant in the area. I'm out of here. Ta-da.